Hello and welcome everybody to Her Tears Were My Light by, as you can see on the title screen, NomnomNami. So today I checked if there is a new part of the Lonely Wolf Treat Friendly Bunny Mochi series. There wasn't, but there was a new game by NomnomNami. It's another visual novel, and to be honest, it looked as awesome as their other games do. So I thought, why not give it a try? It is a game about the love relationship between time and space. So, that sounds interesting. And now without further ado, let's jump right in. Darkness. Darkness and nothing in all directions. At some point I started thinking, shouldn't there be something here? Something anywhere? So I started looking. I don't know what exactly I was looking for, but as I wandered, I spotted a light in the distance. As I approached, I found another, and another. A trail of burning bright lights. They traveled out and away, their steady glow piercing tiny holes in the darkness. They fascinated me. I decided I'd walk until I reached the source. So who is time and who is space? I guess I will learn. I found a girl. She was sitting on a bed of those stars. It was a beautiful sight. Yeah, actually, I think she looks really cute too. Great design. As always, I mean, by now, not really surprising. Memory saved. Oh, do we have like autosave? No, apparently I can save too. Huh, okay. Okay, your space. Oh, someone is here. What should I say to her? Oh, you give me too many options. Excuse me, but have you been crying? I felt so lonely, I just can't seem to stop. But now someone is here. I didn't think someone would come. Oh, whoops, that's space again. My bad. But now someone is here. I didn't think someone would come, but you're here. I'm so happy. If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, space. Huh? How did you know my name? I don't know. It just slipped out. How did I know her name? She never told it to me. But something about her feels so familiar. Like an old friend. Oh, by the way, if you want to play the game for yourself, link is as always in the description, and all the other stuff like the Tumblr of her and her Patreon site, also NomnomNami's Patreon site, that is. Forgot to mention that in the beginning. Sorry. This isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself. And now I have to ask for your name. It's time. 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 What are you doing? Saying it 8 times will help me remember it. 8 on its side is infinity. That's how I'll never forget. Do you say that? Never heard of that before. Huh. I see. So, time. Where did you come from? I don't know. The start. Now, I don't know if this game has actually multiple endings. The only thing is, this game is not supposed to be too long. I don't know how long actually, but I guess we shall see about that. I don't know, because I honestly don't. I'm not sure. It's hard to describe a place with nothing in it. Were you alone in the dark too? Oh no. Thinking of that makes me so sad. You're crying again. I can't help it. When I think of how you must have felt, I just... Now, I'll do my best with a crying girl voice, you know. I'm trying my best, okay? Don't judge me, just because I have not the most female voice in the world. The more she cried, the more stars came out. Oh, these are stars! Oh god, I'm an idiot, I didn't even realize. Details, man, details. Gotta look for the details. They were beautiful, but I couldn't help but think, weren't there enough stars already? I couldn't quite place the reason why, but I definitely didn't like seeing her cry like this. Here, I'll try to describe it in a way that doesn't make you start crying. Huh? The place it came from? Okay. If I had to give it a name, I'd call it the start. The start? Yes, it would make sense to begin at the start. Does that make where we are now the middle? But you started here, didn't you? I don't know if we can call it the middle. We can! This place has changed. Has it? Yes! You're here with me now, Time. So before was the start, and now it's the middle. It made sense in its own way. This goal is very straightforward. So if there's a beginning, is there an end? Probably. Who knows? Wow. Game, I'm not prepared for so deep philosophical questions. Well, it depends. You know, for me as a human being, there must be obviously an end, you know? Without end. With no beginning, no end, you know? But that is human logic. I mean, what do I know about time and space? And how long they can go on? First of all, I have no idea about physics. Like, for real. I have no idea about physics. But on a philosophical scale, I'd rather say who knows. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. There probably is one. I mean, it's not totally unlikely. I should have saved before I decided that. Oh well. What if the end is sad? The start was lonely. Will the end be lonely too? I don't want that. Sorry. It's always like that. When girls laugh, I mean, I try my best with the girl voices, I always do. But when it comes down to laughing and crying, I just can't. I'm no voice actor. Especially not for girls. But I try my best. Yeah, that is actually a good advertisement for my Let's Play. Watch this shit. I can't voice the characters, but watch it. I'm my own worst enemy. You cry a lot, don't you? Yes, because look, whenever I do, these stars come out. I'd already noticed, but maybe it would be rude to point that out. I can't really explain it, but somehow they make me feel a little less lonely. So, from the start you've been just here making stars. Yes, you see, where there is nothing, I want to put something. Does that make sense? I guess it does. What kind of things do you do, Time? Move the universe. Apparently. I can make the universe move. Forwards, backwards. I can jump to any movement I've already experienced. Wow! That sounds like hard work. Making stars sounds harder to me. No, that's easy. Watch. I didn't mean to make you cry again. Actually, this is a good chance to to demonstrate. Huh? Memory saved. She's going to cry. What is this memory? Is this like automatic? Oh, maybe this is going back to decisions. So let me click rewind just to see what happens. Alright, I've remembered the outcome. Now I'll rewind to when I said making stars sounds harder, then I can try to stop her from crying. I need to rewind. Huh? Okay, so apparently I have a rewind option to... Oh, it's like Life is Strange. Now I get it. Oh my goodity god. Okay, now I get it. So, whenever we make like a possible bad decision or something, we can just rewind. Okay. Or when we have to change something, we can rewind. Now we try to make her feel better. Thanks for rewinding. Okay. I think I get it. Hey, don't start crying just to prove how easy it is, okay? Huh? How did you know what I was about to do? That's my power. You already cried before, so I went back to the moment before you did, in order to stop you. Wow, you're incredible, Time. It was nothing, really. You know something? I only just met you, but it feels like we've always known each other. I did know your name from the first moment I saw you. So maybe your feeling is true. But I can't remember talking with you like this before now. Just like I can't remember crying before you changed what happened. By the way, it's actually interesting. Compared to the other visual novel I played from NomnomNami, Tunnel Vision, right, was the name? We only see... Whoops, my bad. We only see time in the picture the whole time, as opposed to time and space together, you know? Also, it's more of just a background picture, not a sprite. So that's also an interesting decision. It must be a paradox. Hey, how did you find me in the first place? I just followed your stars, and here you were. Oh, that means, hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way you'll always will be able to find me. Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry. I won't have to, as long as you're with me. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone. Alright, I'll stay. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else out there anyway, so I have no reason to leave. Huh? Anyone else? Oh no. If there is someone else out there, don't you think we should try looking for them? Yes, we should. No, let's not. I don't know. Yes, we should sounds smarter. I mean, on the one hand, you could misunderstand that, like, I don't like your company. You know, you're not enough. You could misunderstand that. Okay, took a short thinking break. It's still wiser to do it, I think. On the other hand, I have really a feeling that this is not the right thing to do for the visual novel, because it's a love story. According to the description, it's a love story between space and time. Why should we go look for someone, you know? But on the other hand... Man, so many hands. So many hands. You don't want them to feel lonely, do you? Exactly. I'm so happy you understand time. We wandered into the void together, to see if we could find anything else out there. But all we found was darkness. And the more darkness we found, the more space would cry. I didn't like seeing her cry. I didn't want her to feel lonely. Much to my relief, she agreed to rest when I suggested it. I closed my eyes for a while. But when I opened them again, I was back in the dark. Space. Maybe I should rewind. Memory saved, she's gone. What happened? Are all the stars gone too? Did I make a mistake? I rewind from here, to before I closed my eyes. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Aha, this is how this game works. Actually an interesting mechanic, gotta say. As mentioned, a bit like Life is Strange. I won't close my eyes this time. I have to pay attention so I don't miss what caused everything to go black. Time? You look so serious all of a sudden. Something strange happened, but I don't know what it was. Something strange? Scanning the cosmos, I noticed something seemed to be blotting out of a group of stars in the distance. I don't know what it is, but it looks evil. I spotted the anomaly. I could just barely make it out against the dark background of the void. There was someone out there after all. As soon as they noticed I spotted them, they disappeared. It's the Borg! I'll tell you, it's the Borg. It must be the Borg. All the bad stuff is always the Borg. Especially when you don't know what's happening. Actually, that's not true. You know, when the Borg are coming around, you're usually pretty aware of that. I squinted toward the area they'd been standing only a moment before, thinking I could easily find them again at such a distance. But very suddenly... Whoa! Okay. I don't know why that startled me. That was really not jump scary. They appeared very slowly on the screen, actually. She appeared right behind Space. What are you?
Nil.
Whoa. What the fuck? That is not cool. That is creepy as fuck.
She phased right through space, somehow erasing her from existence. The stars around us dimmed and faded as she disappeared. This is what happened before. This is what I'd missed by taking my eyes off her. It was awful. I wanted it to stop.
So rewinding. Well, let's first talk to her, I suppose.
Where space once stood before me, there was now only nil. What have you done to space and the stars? You took away all the beauty. Now all that is left is the void. But it is beautiful like this too, isn't it? No, I don't like it. Bring back space. Bring back her stars. If that is how you feel, I'll lock you in this moment until you understand.
I knew I should have rewinded. Or rewound. How about no? I won't accept this. But what can I do? If I return to the start? If I start over now, I could change this. Otherwise, I'll be trapped in this loop. Okay, apparently I can't rewind further than here. Okay, how about let's not go look for the crazy maniac in the void. 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 So, no, let's not. You know, these evil motherfuckers. Yeah, not really my thing, you know.
There was really nothing else out there in the void. Not that I've ever seen.
And if there is, we don't even want to know them.
That was a lie. I already know who's out there, but... But what if there is? What if they're lonely? Thinking about that is so sad. If they're like me, they'll follow your stars to reach us. If we wander away from here, we might miss them. Oh, that's a good point. You're really smart, Time.
You know what I like about this game, though? Now I know what the memories are for. You see, if we go into the menu, we already see all the stuff we did. And thanks to these memories, the game knows I already met Nil, therefore the dialogue has to change. That is super clever. That is super clever. Man, I love clever stuff. All my thumbs up, you know. Always a fan of clever mechanics. This, I don't know, I know this has nothing to do with the clever mechanics in One Shot, but it still kind of reminds me of One Shot. You know that RPG Maker game that you couldn't stop, that you had to play on, otherwise, you know, you fucked up? That was interesting, mechanic-wise. And this is also a super interesting mechanic. I love the art, I love the writing. The story is interesting, there's a cool mechanic built in. God damn. I love NomnomNami's games. I don't know. It's just so good.
Oh, that's a good point.
Shit. Niet. Where were we?
If they're like me, they'll follow your stars to reach.
No, what? That's a good point. Ah, no.
That's a good point. You're really smart, Time. I'm just thinking ahead. I held her hand so that Nil wouldn't be able to sneak up on us.
I wonder what would have happened if we originally stayed there. Maybe Nil would have come anyway. I don't know.
Our fingers interlaced so easily, it was as if they belonged together like this. But that was impossible. That feeling, even if it didn't make any sense, only made me hold tighter. As long as I held onto space, Nil wouldn't be able to take her away. We could lay here and admire the stars together, and never do anything else. I'd be satisfied just like this. Time, can I ask you something? Huh? What is it? What happened before? What was it that you came back in order to change? We got separated. Oh no, but couldn't you follow my stars? I couldn't. You weren't able to make them anymore. That is terrible. Yeah, it was. I'm glad you came back. If we couldn't find each other, I'd want to change that too.
We lay there in silence for a while. I had the feeling Space could sense I was waiting for something. She didn't ask what. As long as I held on to her, she had nothing to worry about. Nil. Surely she was watching us from somewhere the light from Space's stars didn't reach. I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be able to stop her when she appeared. But we fell asleep. You're useless. Whoa.
I don't know. Yeah, and you know what I think it is? Black and purple and white as a combination freaks me out. It freaks me out. It's the color combination, I think. Like the very dark black and the yellow but the shining white yellow eyes. Makes me crazy. Don't go back anymore. Why are you doing this? She's just going to trap me here again, isn't she? Stay. Oh. Hey! You're not very funny, are you? Wow. Wow. I love this game. I love this game. I love this game. So I reloaded this save file. And now we can tell her we're coming from the future. This is the best game ever. Hands down. This is the best visual novel of all time. This is so fucking clever. Oh man. How do you even do this? I don't know, I have no idea about coding, but I don't know, how can you corrupt save files like that? It seems like a hacker thing to do. I don't know. Would you believe me if I told you I came from the future? When I thought I was all alone, you've proved me wrong, so I'll believe whatever you say. Is that the reason why we know her name already? Because this is some space-time continuum shit? Oh my god. Besides, there's this feeling in my chest that you're definitely someone I can trust. I'm glad. Well, it's true. I did come from the future. We've already met before, and you wanted to search this void to see if we could find anyone or anything else. That does sound like something I'd want to do. Did we find anyone? Someone found us. She's called Nil. Nil? She took you and all of your stars away. I'm trying to prevent that. I'm sorry. Wah! I'm sorry that I let myself get taken away. It's not your fault, Space. You don't want to be alone either, do you? If you feel the same as me, then it must have hurt. I wonder what Nil's motivation is. Is it just the nature of Nil to I don't know, absorb everything into nothingness? And that is her only motivation? Or if in the end she actually is also lonely or something like that? Wouldn't be too surprising. It's okay. I'm able to come back to prevent things like this. Please don't cry. Okay. I told Space about the other versions of our meeting that I knew of. I told her that Nil was somehow able to limit my power, trapping me in loops and keeping me from rewinding far enough to stop her whenever she appeared. And Space wanted to help. She said if we worked together, we might have a chance. It was better than trying to fight this monster on my own. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting before, but we fell asleep. Then, we have to make the first move. But what should we do? I don't know. If I could get... What? What? Oh, I think I mixed up the voices here. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting before, but we fell asleep. Then we have to make the first move, but what should we do? I don't know. If I could go back far enough, just enough to know exactly what's going to happen, so I'd be able to fix it, The only way I've been able to learn anything is through seeing you get taken away. I don't want to watch that happen again. Time. You're working hard, aren't you? I want to help. I don't want you to feel alone anymore. I'm still here, so I hope I can do something for you.
Did you realize her hair thing was an hourglass? I just now realized. I mean, it makes sense. It's time, but still.
We stayed like this for a while. She was warm. It felt nice. I considered pausing the universe here in this moment. After all, moving forward could cause something awful to happen again, and it was up to me whether or not to let this path play out. But I knew I didn't have to be afraid, because I wasn't alone.
Whoa. You are really persistent, and now you're really not looking happy anymore. Shout out to Retsam. If you watched this video, you just interrupted me. Congratulations. No problem, man, though. No problem. I'm happy when I don't have to see Nil.
I honestly, it might be... You know Rayman, the very first Rayman game? When I was a kid, I was really freaked out because of Rayman's doppelganger in one of the very last levels. And he had a very similar color combination. Not as dark, but he also was like a purplish, more purple dark reddish color. And I don't know why, but somehow I feel like this is where my god, I really am freaked out by this character feeling comes from. God damn. You are scary, lady. Nil had already shown herself. Why are you doing this? This is Nil? Why do you look like me? You are the copy. Why won't you stay erased? Space! Run! I'll stop her! But I don't want to be separated from you. It's only temporary. I promise I'll be able to find you later. So go get out of here. I don't like this. I don't like this. In an instant, Nil's body blinked out of existence. She slipped through my grasp. And once again, space was gone. Was there nothing I could do? Nil had beaten me no matter what I tried. My attempts to change fate were only hurting space again and again. Time. Why won't you look at me? You keep taking space away. Of course I wouldn't want to look at someone who'd do that. You're crying for her? I felt so overwhelmed by hopelessness, I'd barely noticed my tears. How strange. I thought for me to cry so easily. Also, the music is fucking with me. I also hate the music, but in a good way, you know? The music is simple but freaky. Space was always the one. And there it was again, the feeling I'd known her for much longer than I possibly could have. I didn't understand these feelings.
So, I mean, before there was space, there was probably nothingness, and that is what Nil represents, so I guess that would make sense.
Aren't you going to reset again? What's the point if you'll always... Again? She said again. Then she remembers the other times that I asked you before. What are you? I am Nil. Emptiness. Void. Whatever you want to call me. Wherever there is something, I want to make it nothing. Does that make sense? Why would you want to do that? You exist just to take space away? Space exists to take me away. Why can't you understand? Must I explain it to you? Time. Please listen.
How about we first, do the little savey? Okay, now I feel better about that. On the other hand, in this game it probably doesn't help when I save. I mean, I can rewind stuff, but we have to at least listen to her, right?
You're still here.
What was that? Here.
You're still here. You really listen to me? Just say what you want to say. Fine. If I know why she's doing all this, I'll be able to think of a way to stop her. But there's another feeling in my heart when I look at her. Sympathy. Why? In the very, very beginning, I was alone. There was only me and the thick, empty, infinite darkness that surrounds us now. At some point I thought, I wanted there to be more than just that. That's when I changed from nothing to something. It was also when you first appeared, Time. From that point on, it felt like we were all there ever was, and all there ever would be. One time and one space, and no one else. Cute animation, by the way. We had so much fun together. I thought it would last for all eternity. But then, my light faded, and you stopped. You stopped, but I still was there. I was still here, but you rewound to be with the light I'd left behind. I waited for the end to come again, thinking maybe I could reach you there. But whenever it came, you would just rewind again, to be with another new me, another new space. It made me so jealous. So, basically multiverse theory. I mean, as mentioned, I have no idea about physics, but I've watched Dragon Ball Z. So, basically there are like many universes where we did the same stuff over and over again. And the only person, and we stayed the same, and Nil stays the same. Basically, we're like above that shit. Only space is every time a new space. Right? I waited so long for you to finally find me. But how could you? I couldn't cry. I couldn't create any light of my own for you to follow. You found new lights. Her stars. You forgot about me. How could that be true? I don't have any memories like that. There's no way I would forget about space. But you did again and again. She always returns to nothing, to me, and you always go back to the beginning. Okay. So, we're always starting from the point where space and Nil divided. That's always the point where we start. Okay. I think I get it. You never stay with me. You always want to stay with space, but not Nil. It's because my darkness isn't as beautiful. You'll always choose her stars over me. You erased everything, all of the universes, and started over with just one for you and me. But space is always there too, and you always go to her. Is that why I can't remember it? Because you erased the universe that held those memories? Do you know what all the universes are now? It's you and space together, and I'm all alone. That is why I wanted to bring you to the end faster. I even learned how to stop you from rewinding. When I erased her, I could finally reach you, but you only got mad at me. I'd finally said everything right, but you didn't understand anything at all. I was stupidly hoping you would remember everything if you could just see me again. I was so angry when you didn't. How could I recall memories that were erased? Unless these feelings in my heart. I still can't stop you from resetting. I can't stop you from doing what's always brought you closer to her. We've been going farther and farther away. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't want to have to explain it all to you like this. I wanted you to remember on your own. But I can't take this anymore. Nil. Even if those memories were erased for me, they still left an impression in my heart. And that impression, that love has driven my every action up to this point. But you and space are connected. All of my memories with you were with spaces now. That's how I got confused. I don't want to hear that. Thanks to you, I finally understand what I've been feeling all along. And it's that you are someone who is very precious to me. Even if those feelings were projected onto a you who wasn't you anymore. I'm sorry, Nil. You're so mean. You treated me like I was the bad one. I was the one who messed up from the start. Can you ever forgive me? All I wanted was to be at your side again. And you forgot about me. I won't forgive you so easily. That's fine. I'll work hard to make it up to you. Good. You have all of eternity to do that. Just the two of us. I mean, lady, I kind of see your point, but at the same time, lady, you're scary. I mean, and I don't know. I am. Okay, give me 10 seconds to think. Okay, now that I have calmed a bit down, I think I have a better grip of myself now. I shouldn't freak out so much about games. But I don't know, that's what I do. The thing is, we now have knowledge of her backstory. I feel, now that we gained this knowledge, we can somehow figure out a solution to all of this, you know? To like a three-way solution. A solution where everyone can exist. Space, nil, and time, you know? So, how about we go back? I'm sorry, Nil. I promised Space I would go back to her. No. Why? Am I not enough for you? Excuse me. Staying here would mean I'm forgetting a part of you again. And I don't want that. I'm not going to leave any part of you all alone. Do you understand? I do understand. But I still don't like it. What can I do in order for you to accept this then? If you're really serious, return to the beginning. I want to start over with you. But instead of looking for Space first, you have to find me instead. Okay? Do you promise you'll come to me first? I feel like that is actually a fair... I don't know. She might be trying to double cross me, and I don't know if that is how double crossing works. Probably not. But I feel like there could be some screwing around. There could be some screwing around, whatever that is supposed to mean. But okay, let's do this. I promise. Yes, I promise to come and find you. Good. It's a promise. All right, Nil. I'll see you again soon. Okie dokie. Have I said before how cool this game is? Darkness. Darkness and nothing in all directions. Nil was somewhere out here in emptiness. She'd been waiting for me all along. You found me. I promised I would. You also promised we'd never be apart. And you promised I was the only one you'd ever love. And you promised... Hold on. You're talking about a version of me who's not around anymore. I personally haven't promised you anything like that. Okay, so she also, when she erased the universe, she also erased the former versions of time. That is why she can't remember, I guess. This is complicated. Need to actually use my little brain here. Forgetting about it is no excuse. I'm still holding you to everything you've said in the past. You're pretty strict. That is your punishment for everything you put me through. Fine. As long as you don't start making things up to get me to do whatever you want. I'll be fair. Are you ready to meet Space? No. She isn't going to like me. She won't remember what you did before. And if we told her, I think she'd understand how you felt. What's wrong? You really don't want to meet her? It's not that. It's just... Do we have to go right away? I still haven't forgiven you yet. So that's how it is. Maybe if you'd give me a kiss, perhaps I'd forgive you a little bit. You're really cute. I know. Hey! Apparently just now, I don't know, Space was created. That was a cool effect in the background. We'd fallen right back into place as if it...
Okay, let's try that again. As if I'd never been gone.
Her touch felt so familiar. How could I have ever forgotten it? We must have had a million of these kinds of encounters before. Why else would it have felt so natural? Every moment like this that was lost to me, I'd have to make new memories to replace them, one by one. Oh, these stars. Huh? They don't feel lonely. Their lights feel happy. Oh, someone is here.
True beginning. Did I figure out like the true ending or something? I feel like this can't be the only ending. Extra special... Oh, excuse me. Story and art by NomnomNami. Music by Alex Huang. I assume. Leiden Court. Cosmic backgrounds by Emmett. Oh, cool. These were like custom made. I thought, to be honest, I assumed this is something you can do with the Renpi or whatever this is made with. Special thanks, Triff, Pivy, Dark, Chibi Shadow, Kuz, Wiley, Tiff. Extra special thanks, my supporters on Patreon for making this possible. And you, thanks for playing. Thank you for making this game. Or creating this game. Okay. So, the ending we just got is the only ending. It's the correct ending. But there is some stuff in between we didn't do. For example, there is one scene between space and time we should have done before, at least according to the walkthrough. I mean, as you saw, we get the ending anyway, but the walkthrough recommends to do it in that particular way. And since we didn't do it, let's do it now. So we should say, I want to save you. Space, listen carefully. Someone called Nil is going to come and take you and all of your beautiful stars away. Huh? Please trust me. My name is Time, and I came from a future where that's what always happens in the end. I don't understand. I know it's a lot to take in. I want to protect you. I don't want Nil to take you away. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry that I let myself get taken away. It's not your fault, Space. You don't want to be alone either, do you? If you feel the same as me, then it must have hurt. Okay, we can apparently fast forward. Okay, here we go. It hadn't, I told Space about the other versions. I told her that Nil was somehow able to limit my power. And Space wanted to help. She said if we work together we might have a chance. It hadn't changed anything before, but I wanted to try it again anyway. Okie dokie. This is what we're doing. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. Okay, fast forward. You already see that? Okay, now we're at the hugging. It felt as nice as I remembered. Warm, comfortable, safe. I expected Nil to show up again soon. I had to be careful going from here. These might be my last moments with Space in this version of our universe. Space, there's something I want to say to you. Huh? What is it? And of course, I really like you. This may be a little sudden, but I like you a lot. Huh, I feel the same. Even if we only just met. Even if we only just met because you really wanted to stay with me, didn't you? Even if you had to try over and over. You've always come to find... Oh, whoops. You've always come to find me, to make sure I wasn't lonely. Isn't that right? Don't make me sound so selfless. I didn't want to feel lonely either. But really, I just wanted to be here with you. I don't want either of us to be left all alone. The thought that we've met like this again and again is enough to make me feel never lonely again. Thank you, Time. I'm crying again. How could hearing those words make me so happy? I have no right to hear them yet. I haven't done anything to protect you yet. I've only failed over and over. You're trying your best. That's what it feels like to me. How can you know that? How do you know everything I've told you isn't a lie? Because you say it so honestly. I can feel our connection in my heart. So even if I don't remember our other meetings,
Even if I don't completely understand all of this, I still think you're someone very precious to me, time. Space. Can I kiss you? Please say no if you don't want to, but is it okay if I kiss you? I'm so happy you asked. Her warmth was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. In that moment, the stars around us grew brighter and brighter, washing out the darkness of the void until the whole chaos, a cosmos, was bathed in her light. And we were at the center of it all. I won't forgive you. I won't. This is Nil. Why do you look like me? I have to erase you. There's no other choice. No, I won't let you touch her. You're hurting time. Please go away. She's hesitating. I'm hurting time. She's the one who... I don't want you to make time sad anymore. I think you should leave us alone. She really left. Did I do it? You won't have to be sad anymore now, will you? I think so. I think you're safe now. But why would Nil suddenly stop like that? Can't it really end like this? Wait a second. Okay, this is the literally 5th time I'm trying to record this. So now I'm going to do it. Because each and every time I try to explain the story, I somehow mess it up. So, this time we're gonna do it. First of all, I checked if there were different endings. There is a space ending that was basically like 3 sentences long. And I assume when I stay just with Nil instead of returning, there is probably also a Nil ending that is 3 sentences long, but I didn't check. But I mean, probably nothing worth mentioning. It's not in the walkthrough, so it's probably really not worth mentioning. And also, the true end doesn't change if you kissed space. The dialogue between Nil and time changes a bit when Nil tells a backstory, but that is about it. No change for the actual ending. Okay, and now, before we get into why this game is so great, because it really was, let me try to explain the story. Maybe you already got it when Nil explained the backstory, but I didn't really. So, in the beginning, there was Nil. She was nothingness. Then time came around and she became somethingness. And they were together happy, space and time. But for some reason, at some point, there was no explanation for that, it just happened, space lost her sparkle. Or I don't know really how it was worded anymore. But for some reason, space became nothingness again. And time's reaction was to rewind time. And, there was still a space she was dancing with. But the Nil, the original Nil, the original space, still exists. And she was pissed that time rewound time and time again. Every time every time the space lost its sparkle, she rewound, to go on dancing and being happy. You remember the cute little animation? So, that is why, at some point, Nil decided to take matters into her own hands, eat up all the spaces time always met and danced with, and she took matters into her own hand and tried to reconquer time, one way or the other. And that is the story. Now, I think the beginning of the story is when time and Nil split. That is basically the beginning of the story, I think, if I understood that correctly. So there you go. It's a bit complicated. And one thing I really understand is when time rewinds time to back when space was dancing with her. When Nil was still space and they were dancing together. Why does Nil then still exist? Like how did Nil still exist?
That is the one thing I don't understand. If she turns back the time, why doesn't Nil disappear and be space again, you know? Why are there now two entities? Maybe that is how time traveling works? I don't know. Maybe Nil can't be... Well, I mean, we learned that Nil is not affected by time traveling. We saw that. Because she always remembered all the stuff. But why is she not affected by time traveling, but space is? That I don't understand. Maybe because in nothingness there is no time, and in space there is time. Maybe because of that. That would be an explanation, but it's a bit complicated to understand. Okay, so now about the game. I loved this game. I mean, you probably realized while I was playing that, but I loved this game. This game was really great. Really, really great. First of all, we all know... Let's start out with the story. We all know I love a good, or at least the people who already have seen a Let's Play of mine know that I love me a good, simple, straightforward told story. But, you know, when a complicated story is actually really, really good and well done, even though I then might have problems understanding stuff, it's still really, really cool. And this story is one of these stories that was a bit complicated to understand, but it was not like nonsense that was thrown around to make it seem more interesting. It was like all for a bigger case of a bigger story, you know? Everything was for a bigger picture that you could understand in the end when you heard Nil's story. Then you could understand what was going on. Now, I first didn't, and it's basically because I'm stupid. But you could understand as soon as you got Nil's story. And I think this was a really cool way of doing it. The game mechanic of going back to the save files or going back to the beginning and playing it through the beginning with the memories, that was awesome. I have never seen anything like that before. I mean, maybe it's possible that this is a common thing, but I have never seen that before, and that was the most awesome thing. You know, one thing I always kind of dislike in Life is Strange is when you travel back in time, you gather the information, you do a different dialogue, oh, I got a new information I needed. Or something like that, you know. Doesn't really feel like time traveling. Like here, I chose different save files. I was thinking, to which save file should I go to prevent this? And then I went there and I saw different new options. And I was like, yeah, well done me. So, you know, it felt like actual time traveling. Collecting information to do some sensible time traveling. So that was awesome. Art, insanely awesome as always. I love NomnomNami's art. You are such a cool artist. It's amazing. Especially, as mentioned, Nil's outfit. It was great. It might be because I got the creeps from some childhood memories, maybe. But I also think it just worked very, very well. Because it was a scary outfit. But it was not so scary that when you knew the character and you knew there was something good to her, it was not so scary that you still thought, oh my god, she must be the most evil person of all time. It still worked that you could feel like sympathy for the character, you know? So that awesome design, but I also loved space, and space was just really, really cutesy, and time with the more serious look, you know, the anime glasses person. Always like the serious person, but also often glasses in anime actually often mean that some person has like some bad... how should I say that? Well, I mean, you know animes, and you know the cliches for glasses person. I don't think I actually need to explain something here. And if so, please Google glasses anime, because I'm right now missing the correct words for that. Anyway, god, this is pathetic of me. There we go, sneaky techniques. Glasses people always use like sneaky backhand techniques, like somewhat evil techniques. There we go. But Time obviously didn't. Time was just a serious glasses person. Yeah, great art design, great music. Especially Nil's music was super awesome. Super awesome. I'm actually sad that this music will probably only be used in this game. Like, if NomnomNami, if you ever do, I mean, if you see that, I don't know. But if you ever do something again, use that music for something, I don't know, horror-ish or something. That was like a really mysterious, creepy music. I really love that track. So, kudos to the music, the art, the story was awesome. As always, the dialogues always feel so natural and good when NomnomNami does them. I don't know how she makes that, but it's great. It's really great. And you know, I shit on so much dialogue so often. It's not easy to get that compliment from me. It just worked really well. It just worked really, really well. Overall. To be honest, this is so far my favorite game from NomnomNami. Not that I dislike the others, but this was just awesome. As mentioned, the story could be, I don't know, could be maybe explained a bit better. Maybe it's just because English isn't my first language and I tend to have problems sometimes understanding stuff. So maybe it's just on me. That is possible. But maybe if it was like explained a bit more in detail, like, I don't know how you do it, but make it a bit clearer, then I would give 100%. That way, this is the most 99 thumbs up I have from my 100 thumbs, apparently. This game was awesome. Best game from NomnomNami I have played so far. And actually, best game I've played in a while. Really, best game I've played in a while. So, please support NomnomNami. I'll leave her Patreon down in the description below. Visit her games, send her some love, download that shit and play it for yourself. There are options I didn't do. I mean, some different dialogue might be out there that I missed. And, yeah. I hope I see you in the future. I do Let's Plays of visual novels and RPG Maker games and all that good stuff. I'm just saying, if you're new here. And, yeah, I hope I'll see you in the future then. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.